rather than just tell you the mindset, you're gonna know the mindset right away. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay, Mark, let's see, you're the closer. Okay, I'm gonna be the prospect. Okay, everyone else, watch Mark's face and listen to his tone. Okay, pay close attention. So Mark, I want you to hold the internal thought. This is really, really important. The intention, the internal thought specifically of, I need to close this deal today. I need to close this deal today.
Okay.
Okay. So I need to close it now. I need to close it today. I'm going to close this person. Right. So you feel that? Okay. Close your eyes for a moment. Just feel it out for a second. Feel it out. Feel it out. Like get into that energy because it's an energy, right? This is embodied influence. We're getting into the intention. Okay. Now open your eyes. Okay. Now I want you to try to handle me. Okay. I'm going to say, I need to think about it. And when I do, I want you to handle that objection with that intention. You got me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. We'll just go where it goes. Be in that intention right now. I'm going to say, I need to think about it. And you stay with your intention. Okay, here we go. Mark, I need to think about it.
All right. I understand that, Patrick. We're on this call here and we've went over a couple things. Like what exactly um is coming up for you right now?
I just need to think about it, man.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. And I think we're here to actually think about stuff together. That's why we had this interactive call. And while you got me here, I might have some resources available that you might not be aware of. So
Pause, Mark. I want you to be with what's the intention? I want to be with the intention
I
is
gotta tell you right now.
I need to close this deal right now.
Yeah,
Okay, go.
yeah. So
Man, I just need to think about it. I just need to think about it.
I get it, man. A lot of people do, which is pretty normal to want to think about stuff. And I have many resources here. Like if you could just tell me like one thing that's coming up, like one thing that you're like consciously thinking about right now.
I'm just thinking about honestly, I just think I need to think about it. No, you know what? There's just so many different options. I'm going to look at some
Mhm.
other options right now. I just need to think about it.
Okay, so you got some different options and you want to think about your process or the options or maybe things are available to you. Like, have you looked at any other products or options before coming here?
I haven't yet. No, just listen. I want to get off the call right now. I just want to keep thinking about it. That's really what I want to do right now.
Okay. Well, have I given you enough to actually go back and think about?
Man, this is just yeah. There's a lot more. I just yeah. I wasn't planning on investing any money today.
Okay, I get that. And I really didn't know who was going to come on this call today or what things you had going on, but it sounds like you're interested. I mean, we've been on here for 35 minutes and there's got to be some thing that you're thinking right now that's maybe unclear for you.
Okay, pause. All right. Nice job, Mark. Okay. Now I'm gonna bring Christopher, what's up? He's right in the middle of this objection role play here.
Hey guys.
Daniel Ross, I want you to really go deep on this. Same thing. I need to think about it. I want you to your intention. I got to close this sale right now. Good job, Mark. We should go a little deeper with Daniel. Daniel, I need to think about it, man. Like I'll come back. I'll let you know. I need to think about it.
Sure, man. No, not a problem at all. What's coming up that makes you want to think about it? Maybe I
I
can
just
help.
want to think about it, man. Just not a good time right now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's not a problem, man. What do you mean is not a good time? What's coming up, brother? I'm here to help.
Okay. Pause. Okay. With the intention is I have to close the sale right now. Right. What would you be saying?
What do you need to think about? I'm here to help.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So how did I want we all type in the chat. Um, how did you feel in this energy? How did you feel experiencing this energy? So type in the chat. Let's see what we got. Not wrong, not good, not bad. Just how did you feel? Anxious, overwhelmed? Like be honest, how did you feel? Being in that tug of push back and forth a little bit, impatient, negative. Yeah, I noticed for me, I was really getting defensive. Um, I was feeling, I was feeling overwhelmed. I felt like it was one-sided, right? And of course, I created that, right? I created that specifically. So here's what I want to do. We're going to reset this. Mark, and have you come back up. Okay. Mark, close your eyes for me. Come back up. Close your eyes. Okay. I want you to repeat this for me. Okay. In your subconscious, in your narrative, specifically the intention. I care more about getting them what they want than getting the sale. I care more about getting them what they want than getting the sale. And I'm here to
I
uncover
care
what,
about
yeah,
what they
just get that.
want more
Yeah.
than getting the sale.
Yeah. What they want and what's really going on under the surface than getting the sale. Care more what they want than getting the sale. Okay. Come on back
Okay.
with that intention. Mark, I need to think about it.
All right. Um, gosh, we went over a lot today, man. Um, talking about like things that are coming up for you earlier, and then your what you're wanting as far as like making more money and having these challenges. Like where do you think, like what could I do? Like what could I do sitting here having listened to you? Like what could I do in this moment to at least guide you as you're wanting to go and think about it?
Yeah. You know what? I just, at this point, um, I really just want to figure out how I can do this on my own and think
Mhm.
about it. I mean, I really want to still get that result, but I really want to go back and just think about it a little bit longer.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that you're wanting some time and you're feeling like, can I do this? Is it possible? Maybe a little bit of some doubt creeping in. Am
Okay,
I hearing
pause.
that?
Daniel, hop in. Go. I need to think about it. Same intention. I care more about what you want
Yeah, yeah,
than getting
Patrick.
the sale.
That's not a problem at all. Completely understand that. What's coming up, man? What makes you want to put some space between now and the outcome that you want? Maybe I can help.
Yeah, yeah, possibly. I guess what's coming up is I don't know if the pricing. That's a little bit about the pricing. Is my
Yeah, that's normal, man. Everybody feels that way when they, come into a program like this, and it's normal. What about the pricing?
pause. Great job, guys. All right, I'm going to be the closer now. Okay, and then I'm going to have Christopher. I'm going to have you be the prospect. I want to think about it, and the intention. I want you to watch what happens. I don't know. I don't care about what I'm going to say. I'm in the intention of I care more about what they want, right, and uncovering what's really going on under the surface than what than getting the sale. Okay, so let's go at it and just watch. We'll see what happens.
Can you hear me okay, Coach?
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Right. You're the closer. All right. Thanks for that, Patrick. I think just leave it with me. I'm gonna sit on this for about 24 hours or so, and then yeah, just see where I stand after that.
Okay. So just so I understand, you said that you want to sit on it for 24 hours?
Yeah, just like I just need some space to kind of mull it over. There's a lot of really good stuff that you shared,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
just need a little bit of space if that's okay.
Okay. Got it. So what I'm hearing is you want to take some time, you want to think about it a little bit longer. What can I ask you a question on that?
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
what's the main concern? Because when we had a conversation, you said what you really want is to lose 20 pounds, and you were so committed to have it happen over the next 40 days. And you no longer want to feel like you're hitting a wall on that hamster wheel, like you said, every single day. So that's what you said you wanted. Is that still what you want?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I
Okay.
just need I just need to really ground the decision of, stepping into this program. I mean, it's a lot of money.
That's no problem. Besides the program, do you still want that? Is that still important to you right now?
Yeah.
Okay, pause. What'd you guys notice with my intention?
Went back to his North Star.
Uh-huh. Because what was my intention?
Care
Realignment.
for him and not for the sale in that moment.
It was all I was in was intention. My intention was exactly what?
What do you want?
What do you want? So like I'm
Yeah.
more committed to what he wants than where he's at. That's another intention.
You were
So like if I just
reclarifying.
follow my intention, the words come. Mechanism is the opposite, where I follow a structure of words and a framework, an objective handling framework that goes logically from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So the intention guides the outcome. The intention's the beingness, right? When we did the opposite, if I have intention as I got to close a sale, I got to use this objection handling, right? I got to use this process, this like the reframe. If I have to use that, one, who are you being in that? And then number two, you're in the mechanism. And that intention is I'm using this to get that. And he's going to feel that. And you'll not close the sale unless you did some jujitsu. And all of a sudden, like, because jujitsu works, right? But it's exhausting, and eventually you'll be burnt out. So, so what did you guys just learn? What's happened? What's happened there? What are you guys seeing right now? What's opening up?
It's almost like those 5 simplified questions that you gave us last week. What do you want? What does that look like specifically? Why does it matter? Why now?
Yeah.
Like you're just kind of revisiting those questions with now the context, those answers, and getting him to kind of buy in on that again.
That's it. And everything, the more intentional you are, the more money you're going to make. It's a game of intention. Stopping, pausing, where am I at? Choosing my intention to guide the conversation. Having multiple intentions throughout the whole conversation versus the mechanism, right? Versus the mechanism. Who else wants to share what's coming up? And then I'm going to get into the mindset here because this all roots to the mindset.
Yeah, what I picked up was you weren't attached to the outcome of the sale, and so you could detach from that being the direction. Like there was part of that. Hey, would you like to move forward? Are you interested in this product? Well, I want to think about it. Okay, I'm going to pause if I'm you. Okay, let me shift and pause. What I heard you take a sigh and then repeated back to them the words that they said. And so as you're about to frame whatever this is, I feel like that's valuable. I don't know what it does, but I feel like that was an intentional piece of the process.
Yeah, the whole time on a call, I'm thinking about my intention. I want to, and this is where the mindsets, the 10 mindsets, the identity conversion mindsets and pit to peak, right? And our own individual mindsets, right? Leading a call with intention. I'm here to help them get what they want, not what I want. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get there with them. It doesn't matter the intention. It's always guiding with an intention, Mark.
Yeah. So when I was listening to you, you were almost like requalifying that did you actually tell me what you wanted?
Yeah.
Because if you told me what you wanted, then why, like, what's going on now?
Uh-huh. And here's the beautiful thing, guys. That wasn't a tactic. That was me being intentional. Tactics is mechanism. Intention is what transforms somebody. It's what the top 1%, 1% leaders on the planet all do. All of them. And we trained on this a few weeks ago. We're just going deeper on this influence skill because it is the most important skill you'll ever learn and embody, and you will close more fucking deals because of it. More than the reframe. Okay? We're going to get deeper. Go ahead, Lane.
So what I'm hearing
Sorry.
in that interaction was by the time you got to that part of the sales process and he still had things to think about, now you're not clear if the original North Star was the North Star, because if you had gotten to that point and talked through all the stuff, why is he not ready to buy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just thinking, man, like I'm intentionally thinking his North Star might not be big enough. I want to know, is this really what he wants? Like that's my intention. And then ask the question. I'm like, and then I think, okay, is he committed to that? I'm thinking that is an intention. So I'm moving that direction. Okay, what doesn't he want anymore? Does he not want this? That's my intention, and I go there. Okay, what does he actually want? What does he not want? What does he want? What does he not want? What does he want? Okay, which one do you want to do? So I'm just thinking in terms of like the frameworks, or I'm living the frameworks, but I'm also thinking always in intention with that. That's the guiding direction point. Now let's keep going so I can land this. So you don't close because of what you say. You all
Hey,
know this.
Coach, I
Yeah. Go
I
ahead,
just
Chris.
I just noticed your fathom isn't in here. I don't know if that matters.
Is it not in here, huh? Yes, it does. It must have disappeared, huh?
It, it looks
But
like the Zoom is recording,
yeah,
but
we've
I
got
don't,
that in there. Thank you.
no,
That, and I'll
yeah.
drop that one instead. Yeah, since it's recording. Cool. Okay, we're back. Thank you for that. So you don't close because of what you say. Like we don't make more money or get to that next level, whatever you want, because we say. You close because of who you're being when you're saying it. And the guiding light is the intention. So we already tracked the 1.0, 2.0 states a few weeks ago, the core of embodied influence. Now, what guides that moment to moment is intention, is your intention. Okay, so the mindset that we're installing right now, savage mindset, is simply I operate from intention to get what I want. I operate from intention to get what I want. I operate from intention to get what I want. I operate from intention to get what I want. What's the opposite of that mindset? Anyone
Operate
share?
for outcome.
Okay. Yeah.
I hope life will give me what I want.
Yes. I operate from hope and pray I'll get what I want. So you remember part of getting what we want and getting a prospect we want, but us always starts with us, right? Is simply aligning our integrity is aligning your intentions with your actions and your commitments with your actions, and you get what you want faster. You'll accelerate. This is this program, right? When you line those three things, you get what you want. So now we're just unpacking it as an identity. This is the identity, right? I operate from intention to get what I want. So if you're not getting what you want out of this program, you're not operating from intention to get there. I intend to X. Okay, so what are you committed to? By when? And is it on the calendar? Or did you tell somebody? Did you use a leverage point? Make sense? It's like, okay, got it. Got it. So that's what it is. I operate from hope and pray, which is fear, and it slows down to get what I want. So intention creates expansion, and mechanism creates contraction. We saw that. We saw that energetically, right? So I'm going to open my iPad. I'm going to share this with y'all. So let's open this up. Boom. I'm fast now. I figured it out. So take a look. I got some drawings out here. Let's go with this one. You guys see my screen, right?
It's weird. It's not like a normal screen share. It's just replaced your video.
Yeah, for now. For now. Yeah, let me see if I can get, how would we do this?
Can you pin yourself?
Highlight yourself.
Hang on a second. I can. There's a way. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can do this. Come on. Are you guys seeing me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. Now you see the iPad. Okay. So we may just have to use the iPad. And that's okay. I'm going to land these points and come back. It'll be pretty quick. So take a look at this. All right. Take a look at this. Intention. I draw something out because I want you guys to get this. Right. Talk about intention here. Right. Intention is the direction. It's the driver. Right. It's the outcome that we're consciously creating moment to moment before we even speak. Right? This drives everything. Okay. Now, the mechanism is the vehicle, the strategy that's doing it. So like this is like on a sales call or in life, it doesn't matter, right? I am intentionally creating safety. I am intentionally creating truth. I'm intentionally installing desire. I'm intentionally creating commitment. You see how that works? Okay. That's the driver. And the mechanism is the vehicle, right? The mechanism is the doing. This is like the pre-frame. This is the script. This is the tactic. This is the framework, right? So like I'm teaching you guys the framework, right? But what drives the framework is the intention. Okay. Most people just learn the sales script, right? Or the objective handling process, but they don't learn the intention. So they're 100% mechanism, right? So intention is the direction. Mechanism is the vehicle. Okay. If the vehicle is essentially strong and the intention is strong, but the direction is unclear, you'll go nowhere. Okay. You guys get that? You guys can go nowhere. You're going to go nowhere. The car's going to fucking crash. It's going to goddamn crash. So moving forward from today on, we've got to operate from intention to drive the vehicle forward, to drive the sale forward, to drive the conversation forward, to convert them into a yes. It is the intention that drives that. And what the building block of that is the framework. Intention is more important than the framework, right? 80% of embodied influence, of just influence, is intention. Now I'm just putting it in a nice little package for y'all to like be like, like anyone hear this a little differently this time? Yeah. Okay. So it's different. So everything we do, it drives with intentions. Like my intention right now is for you guys to get this. That's all. That's where I'm at. That's my intention. Yeah. Christopher, talk to me. Go.
I have a real life example that's just like,
yeah,
it's so crazy synchronistic. So this has been coming up a lot with my wife and I, as far as the way I'm communicating it and not getting what I want. Like, for example, the other night we were lying in bed and she was on her phone and I said something really snarky like, "Hey, your family's over here," and she's like, "Why do you say things like that? It doesn't get you what you want. It just results in a fight." I was like,
right.
She's like, "What's your intention?" "My intention is to connect." Yeah. So why don't you say something that, is reflective of that intention rather than just a jab, And it's like, I'm just thinking about how that's so similar to objection handling.
Everything.
You know what I mean?
It's life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Here's why. Look at this. No intention, no driver, crash. You're going to crash with your partner. You're fucked. Mm-hmm. Any relationship, you're done. Right? With intention and mechanism, you get what you want. That means before you're with your partner, it's like, wait, what's my intention here? Oh, to connect. Okay. What do I want? To connect, which is similar. Okay. So what do I need to do? So mechanism is the doing, intention is the being. So what do I need to do to connect? It always starts with the be, do, have. This is the be, do, have. Same framework as a couple weeks ago. Okay. If the intention is to connect, what do we need to do? Put my hand on her, right? And give her a kiss on the cheek. Perfect example. Yeah, Mark.
Okay, so I would bet money that Christopher's intention was to connect. Like if we were to like stop everything, like that was his intention. But I think intention in the way you have it here has to almost be like conscious, right now, present intention. Like because it's not just like overall arching intention. Because yeah, my intention is to help people and love, whatever. But I think if you're not conscious of it in that moment,
yeah,
then you're swayed by how you feel or some resentment or something external you're watching, and you're screwed.
Intention, either if there's no intention, then it's chosen. You having no intention is choosing an intention. It's chosen for you. You're living in reactivity.
Right.
Yeah. Lane.
Yeah. So for me, in intention, I can always look back on what was my result. That tells me what my actual intention was. So I will start with, and Christopher, I can absolutely relate 100% to that experience. More times than I care to remember. But I will have the same thought of I want to connect, and in the moment right after that, then I will choose to be right. I will choose that she's not supposed to be on her phone. She's supposed to be connecting with me, and that overrides my initial intent of connecting versus I want to connect to build foundation with her. That come from has a different response from me when I'm clear on that versus, oh, you're doing it again. You're not, and I'm being victim and I'm choosing 1.0. For me, a 2.0, if and when I choose to use it, would be, okay, I want to build a foundation of connection and intimacy. And what would that look like if I'm not being right about it? I'm being partnership. And my intention then changes the action. But I get in my own way with the second whatever 1.0 is like, hang on, I get to be right about something because I want to feel right about her not doing what I want her to do. And then I blow up the interaction and I'm passive aggressive. And
That's one of the three amigos. We're going to talk about the three amigos today. The three egos, the three amigos that'll fuck you up. One of them is that. That's selling from soul, is not selling from ego. This is where we're going today. This is beautiful. We're like setting the context for what's going to happen shortly. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to go through this. Here's what I want you all to understand. Okay. This is what I call the hello. This is an example. I'll go a little bit deeper. This is beginning of a call. Let's say first 10 seconds of a call. Let's say you're a closer. You say, hey, thanks for joining the call today. How's your day? I'm excited to show you what we do. Right? That's no intention. They're just showing up in mechanism. Like they didn't show up on the call with an intention. That's mechanism. Right? By doing that, right, the what happens is neediness, approval seeking, and kind of like hungry energy, right? Because their real internal intention subconsciously is I hope they like me and I don't mess up the script. So there is an intention that's subconscious that is driving it. Or there is an intention that they're not aware as their intention is. They're in the energy of that. Make sense? The opposite of that is a strong intention. I'm creating a safe container for this person. Boom. Completely different conversation. See how that works? One is driven by hoping, right? I create results through intention. I operate from intention to get what I want. I don't operate from intention to
It's
get
like the
See how that works?
It's just like the little boy versus the man.
Yeah.
Right? It's like
And now that you all know this, you cannot not know this. We are going to show up completely different everywhere in your life. Okay. We're not done yet though. Let's go another example. Okay. Because we're all in sales. I got to think about it one here. Okay. I need to think about it. Let's say I need to think about it. Closure says, okay, what do you want to think about? Okay. What do you want to think about? That's the one we just went through today, right? With Mark. That's defensive. That's reactionary. I hear you like, let's say, blah, 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 blah. What do you need to think about? What's standing in the way? Versus the intention, I'm going to be curious and find out what the main concern is underneath. Right? And then you say something like this. Totally fair, before you think about it. Like, may I ask you a question? Right? You slow down. You get the permission. Can I ask you a question? Is there something unclear, or is there something that you're hesitant about that you haven't shared, that you'd like to open up about? The intention and the objective handling could be, again, I want to make sure I make them feel heard and seen for something and find out what's really going on under the surface. That's always my intention. Objection is just an unanswered question that's infected. What question do you have? Maybe I didn't answer a question for you that I need to know, and I'm happy to answer. What else is your main concern? In objections, it's like there's a concern. So I'm thinking, what is their main concern and how can I help them not feel concerned anymore? That's my intention. See how that works? Okay. So we're going to do something called the 5-minute identity swap. All right. How this is going to work is I want you guys right now, um, write down the what like you could be anything. Um, any situation inside sales. This could be before the call, it could be during the call or after the call. It doesn't matter. Right? Where you usually say something. What's the mechanism? What do you usually say? Right? So I want you to pick a situation or a part of the call that makes you most nervous. Let's go with that. What makes you most nervous? Think of an objection or a part of the call. What, you guys got that right now in your minds? What makes you most nervous? Think about that for a second. Let's go with that. Let's get real intentional here. What makes you nervous? Okay, and I want you to write out, the task is to write that out right now. What makes you nervous? This is the old intention. What makes you nervous? Write out the one sentence. You can type it in the chat or you can write it down. Is it I need to think about it? Is it pitching the price? Maybe it's before the call. Or maybe it's just dialing calls. Think about this. Maybe it's not doing your follow-up. Because if you're not doing your follow-up, you're not intentional. You're not being intentional about doing a follow-up. It's everything. Okay, cool. And then number 2, what's the secret intention? So step 2, what's the secret intention? What are you actually thinking? What's the secret intention? What are you actually thinking? There's the mechanism, and then what are you actually thinking? Just like I go back to Christopher's example. I wonder what he was thinking in that situation, right? And relationship, it's no different, but we're going to go in sales right now. Okay, what do you actually say? Or what's the mechanism, and then what are you actually thinking? And then number 3, what's the result? What's the result? Mechanism, secret intention, the result. Okay, let's take one share. Who wants to share on this? Share your 3.
I got one.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark said it. Let's go.
So when I'm prospecting for developments, like the thing I hate hearing most is oh no, like we're all set on that project. And then like your question was like what's my intention in making that call? Is I'm hoping that my timing is right. Like that's how
Wow. Before you enter the call with that intention, is that right?
usually I do, yeah.
Well, interesting.
Yep, that's typically like what's going on.
And what are the results on that call or any of the calls?
Um, well, when I get that objection, like I think I'm toast. Like I don't turn it into, like, well, what else are you guys working on? Like I never go there.
Yeah.
I would just take it as a sword to the heart and just go like, fuck it.
Okay. So what's the opposite? What's the opposite intention?
I I need to go into those calls with a relationship building intention
So what's that intention specifically?
to connect and be of
Okay.
service.
Okay. So let's write this. Let's track this out. So this is an identity imprinting. This is for all of you too. We're going to flip it. Okay. So what's the new identity we're going to imprint right now?
Um,
I connect with them.
I mean, I think relationship building is like what
Hmm.
what needs to anchor that,
Hmm. Yeah.
like regardless of what they say.
Hmm.
We
Okay.
got
So
10
what is it?
members.
So like when I sold to investors, you were with me. Like it was a fucking relationship game. It was a intentional 3-call close because I created a 3-call close. Um, When I got to call two, I knew, and they moved to call three, it was going to be close. It was intentional. I created that. It was intentional, but I had to be intentional about building the relationship.
Hmm.
So I had before they showed up to the call. When they show up to the first call, I had to say, we do this in three calls. So that's the framework. That's the mechanism. You guys hear me on this. I'll teach you some high level stuff. The mechanism is three calls, the doing. The intention is letting him know that we do this in three calls. Right. And we do this in three calls. So I'm letting him know like I'm leading him in, with intention. Is if we're going to get the job done, we're going to do it in three calls. That's my intention. And the framework, the mechanism is three calls. But I'm leading internally with that. So Mark, you lead internally in saying, listen, the way this works is we do this in two calls. I want to build a relationship on this call, and the next call we'll have a follow-up. Are you good for that? I'm just making that up, but that's leading with intention. So what is the intention you want to lead with, Mark? Could be anything. Make it up. Go. You can change it later.
Yeah. Like my internet's frozen, man.
Okay. I'm here to create the relationship with them and to connect to see if I can help them get what they want. Use that. So get a sticky note. Okay. I don't know where my sticky notes are. And put that where you can see it. So everyone flip yours right now, put it in the chat or write it down. Flip yours right now. Okay. We're going to live intentionally forever. Savages live intentionally. The guys making millions of dollars a year live intentionally. I live intentionally at a crazy level right now. Almost to a level that's scary. I'm like, wow, I probably should speed up a little bit. Wait, no, I'm living intentional. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay to be intentional, right? So write the opposite. All right, let's take one takeaway. Just to take away what's opening up right now after this exercise. Anyone share? Go. Take it off mute and just share it up before we move on.
So the question I had going into this, coach, was like,
Yeah.
I was right before that little reflection was I was curious if you had shifted this on a personal level so that it didn't become a mechanism on a professional level. Like, I feel like that it's a chicken or the egg kind of thing, but it's got to occur internally.
Christopher, I had no idea any of this shit. I didn't know what I was doing. And I look back and I realized I was operating in intention the whole time, which is how I created the results. I was being intentional, operating with 20% mechanism. I created frameworks, but who I was being inside those frameworks mattered more than what I was doing. What I realized, truthfully, is 2020 and 21, I was only living in being for about a year in 2020. This is when I learned hypnotic selling, and I was just being like intentional about selling them in 15 minutes. That was my intention. How can I sell them in 15 minutes? I didn't even know what the word intentional meant. It wasn't until I looked back in the last 2.5 years when I unpacked the psychology, studied more of the understanding behind this. I'm like, my intention was to sell them in 15 minutes, and I did. My intention was to stop selling like that and build the relationships, so I did. I was being intentional. Now I'm teaching all of you how to be intentional. I wish I'd learned that and I didn't know I was doing that at the time. Does that make sense? Does that answer your question? Kind of?
I think I was asking more like, when you look back, do you see that you were doing that in your personal life outside of sales and showing up in that intentional way? You know what I mean? So that it was like, because that's what I'm feeling right now is like, in order to authentically show up with intention and not let intention become another mechanism, is I've got to fucking clean up where I'm not doing that in life.
The answer is yes. It would be the mirror was in life every day. I'd go to a training, I'd get feedback, or I would go to a training and learn something about myself. and then I would apply it, and then I would bring it into sales every time. Even now today, my whole process is completely different than it was 4 years ago, even 3 years ago, even 2 years ago. It keeps evolving, deeper and deeper embodiment of the work.
Mm.
So yes, as I'm evolving, it keeps evolving, because I have to let go of my ego of wanting to be right and holding on to what it's supposed to look like, image driven, looking good, looking a certain way, which we're going to talk about very soon. The three egos, the three amigos. Okay, cool. So I operate from intention to get what I want. Okay, what are some of the foundational tools? Some of you have been here a little longer. What are some of the foundational tools that are built inside Savage, that are built upon acceleration and getting results to progress forward, that are built on intention? Who knows?
Truth?
Say again, project.
The truth?
Any
Tell
tools?
the truth?
Any
Oh,
tools
this is
specifically inside the
this is
internal
hard.
weapons vault or the external weapons vault? Sales tools or internal tools? Yeah. Anyone know? Not sure.
What came
Okay.
up for me,
Yeah.
coach, is more like getting back to the basics, like the
The
seven
basics.
standard
Yes.
rules, like
Yes.
speak with truth and integrity and
Yeah.
intention.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Yes.
what came out
Yes.
for me right now. Like I'm not sure if that's what you thought about.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess not,
The
but
the
that's what's coming
foundational
out for me.
principles of operating. Yes. And there's specific tools, foundational tools that are a foundation of this program that are about progressing forward. Okay. Because living life by intention is how we get results faster. So there are three specific tools that accelerate us to get our results faster with intention. What are they? Number one is the inner shift tool. Number two is the daily declaration. And number three is the weekly debrief and the monthly King's game. They are all 100% realigning your intention, your intentions, your commitments, and your actions to get what you want. One of them is monthly, one of them is weekly, two of them are daily. One of them is daily for the day, and one of them is moment to moment identity shifting yourself to refocus on what you want. They're all the tools. They're the foundation. So if y'all remember a couple of weeks ago, I drew them out. We didn't really go over them. It wasn't like an assignment or anything. I was waiting for this mindset, because now it makes sense. It's like, okay, if I want to get more results, I have to live more intentionally. Well, how do I do that? Well, I've got the tools for y'all to do that. You get there faster than I could even. So the first one is, I want to remind you, we'll go into is the inner shift. Is the inner shift. So the inner shift prevents the daily drift. I'm going to say this again. There's a whole 19-minute video on it. I'm not going to go deep, but the inner shift, it prevents the daily drift. The daily drift has how we don't get what we want. It moves us left. We're trying to go right. It literally is like the shadow wants to go left. It is not the shadow shift tool. It is shifting yourself internally to refocus and getting what you want, and not having the drift become a week or a month. Right? Mark's coming back in. I didn't see him leave. Okay. So there's 4 steps to progress. It's the inner shift, but I'm going to tell you there's 4 steps to progress to get what you want faster. Okay? 4 steps. This is the foundation of this program, and it's the foundational tool of the inner shift. Just teaching it in a different way. Right? Step number 1 is to get clear on where you're at. Step number 2 is to being clear what you want and your desire. Step number 3 is to align your internal world with what you want. And then step number 4 is to do the thing that you realign that will get you what you want. That's it. Where are you at? What do you want? Who you need to be? What do you need to do? That's the inner shift. It's also pit to peak. It's also the 10 stages of pit to peak. It takes you from any problem into solution, into progress forward. Because life is about progressing forward and expanding. That is the purpose of life. From what I've understood it out of years and years and years of this work. So if that's our job ourselves first, that the inner shift tool is the moment-to-moment shifting tool to get there fastest. When we're off track, that's how you get on track. And the micro action is so small. Doesn't have to be big. It's like, put your shoes on. What am I committed to right now? Text my friend. What am I committed to right now? It's a constant course correction moment to moment. Okay. So where am I at right now? Ooh, that's the check-in, isn't it? It's the check-in. Where am I at right now? Right? Where's my narratives at? Where's my narratives? What's my narratives? What's my state? All right. What am I feeling right now? Pause the fuck, slow the fuck down. Where the fuck am I at? All right. Step number 1. Number 2, what do I actually want in this moment? Beyond my situation, what do I want? Beyond my situation, what do I want? Beyond this fucking breakdown, what do I want in this moment? I'm going to feel better. I'm going to feel better. Okay, cool. Who you need to be, right? What story I need to be in, right? What do I need to be, right? And then what do I need to do? What's the next step? What's the next step? All it is, what's the next step? Step 1, do it, done. Now we just realigned ourselves and sifted ourselves. So pause for a moment. I shared this. We did this a break with Matt a couple weeks ago, live a couple weeks back. Who's seeing this a little bit differently now? How this tool works? It's like, oh shit! Anyone seeing or hearing it differently right now?
Well,
In a different
Coach,
way. Yeah.
I came back to basics, like, the 7 standards, but this is actually something that's in my calendar twice a day. I have
Cool.
this and also King's check-in. This is like 1 minute,
Mhm.
2 minutes, and then inner shift blueprint. And I have this like, every single day
Yeah.
to check in with
Love
myself
it.
and my intentions.
Love it.
I
It's
just copy and paste from the calendar.
it's simple.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know, but now like it does make much more sense. But I'm doing this daily. Fuck,
1.0,
it
2.0, stuck,
works.
unstuck. And I encourage all of you to use it. This, if there was no other tool that exists, this is the tool to get you from any stuck to unstuck. So who feels stuck right now in a situation? Raise your hand. Okay, Benjamin, can I guide you? Can I guide you with the tool?
Sure.
Okay, where are you stuck right now? And be very detailed. Watch the sneaky shadows. You want to be vague because I'm gonna call that out with love. What's the give me the situation very specific and detailed. It's measurable.
I'm stuck in rumination.
Okay, beautiful. What do you want?
To be unstuck and not ruminate and be able to actually just let go of control over the circumstances, control over
What do you want? What do you actually want beyond the rumination? Rumination's gone. What do you want?
to let go, and not just of the previous relationship, but also like the wounds and programming that's been driving me to sabotage
Okay, so what do you actually want?
everything.
What do you actually want beyond the rumination? What do you want in this moment, right now?
Peace.
Peace. Rumination, peace. You guys track that? Okay. Who do you need to be at an identity level to have that? What's the narrative? What's the identity?
Current.
Just what's the story that will allow you to have that right now? What's the story required in order to have peace right now?
That I actually am a good man.
I'm a good man. What kind of man?
One that's worthy of
Peace?
love, of
Peace?
peace.
Ah. Are you peace?
Hmm?
Are you peace?
I don't even know.
Okay. So I'm a man worthy of peace? Okay, cool. So what's the next step in order to create peace right now? Right now. right now. That's what you want. What's the next step?
I don't even know.
What's the one micro little win right now to create peace? How could you create peace right now?
Breathe.
Okay. I'll be with you. Okay, where you at right now? You feeling peace? A little bit more peace, even just 1%. Yeah, maybe
A little bit.
a little bit. Okay, so what do you want right now? You feel a little peace. What else do you want? Okay, I'll pause right there. We can loop this whole thing. Okay, y'all. So that's it right there. Stuck to unstuck. I used to do this. I didn't even know this was a tool. I used to do this like 19 times a day. Not even with intention. I just didn't know I was doing it. I was shifting myself. I'm like resilient as fuck. That's my like primary personality trait. I didn't know what I was doing to be resilient, to overcome addiction, to overcome this, to overcome that. It was shifting myself. This is the tool. Do you guys see how that works? Who has questions? Anyone have any questions about the tool?
No questions, I guess, for me.
Okay.
I know it's working. I
Where do
remember
you,
when Vince
Mhm.
shared the story, he enrolled me into
Yeah.
even without knowing that that's in a shift tool, right?
Yes.
But it's working. If you keep repeating that every day, a few times a day, does fucking work.
Where
Amazing.
do you see, thank you. And where do you see, put in the chat, where do you see this will be your leverage point this week as a tool for you individually? Mark, is for you specifically when with the dials, right? Or even before you show up, if you're not showing up with intention before you dial these guys, who am I being right now? Like, what's my intention? Who am I being? What do I want? I want to connect with these guys to build a relationship. Who do I need to be? What's the store I need to be in? I'm a connector. I'm a fucking connector. What do I need to do? I'm gonna connect to these motherfuckers. He just went through the process. Done. It's a constant game of refocusing on with your intention of what you want. Okay, but put it in the chat where is this going to be leveraged for you guys this week? Let me see.
Coach.
Yeah.
Um, more than a question is something that I heard with one of the audio videos that I get to listen, and I find myself with a lot of resistance when it comes to outbounding. Um, and when
Yeah.
I do my check-ins, I was able to learn from this audio that instead of saying I have to, I changed that to I get to. And then I also use your word, which is I get to connect and I get to help somebody else.
Yes.
That has been extremely helpful.
Beautiful. And that I hear what you did and you changed your intention.
Yeah, 100%. It changed completely the intention
Yeah.
and the state of mind and the feeling and how I was perceiving the task.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Great. Okay. So we are going to shift into the daily declaration. Now the daily declaration is simply another tool that is a huge leverage point that will shift you in the morning. It's a morning pivot. The morning pivot is declaring what you're committed to creating. Okay. Anyone see this tool inside the back end of the tool vault? Anyone see this? Okay. So many of you have already been doing it already. Like here's my commitment for the morning, right? But it wasn't from it was the intention of writing a commitment in, but it wasn't coming from declaring what you committed to creating, right? And a by when. Okay, this accelerates and time warps time from what we say we're going to do and what we're going to do. All right, so I'm going to see getting some the similar issues from last week. I don't know why, but let's continue anyway. Let's see if this will work. So forget it. I'm not going to look at my notes. I'm just going to stay with you guys. So the daily declaration is simple. All right. It's simply, what am I committed to creating today? It's an outcome. It starts with an outcome. So on WhatsApp, here's what I'm committed to creating. The outcome, $25 a day. Okay. What am I committed to creating? 3 sales today. 3 no-shows into shows today. 3 unconfirmed into confirmed. This is activity. This is high performance activity. What am I committed to creating? And then the by when. So you're voicing it up. I'm committed to creating this by this time. Right. And then who do I need to be? What's the story I'm going to take on today? What's the story? What's the state I'm going to embody today in order to have that happen? Remember, in order to have this, I must be this. This is the intention. This is the story, right? I dial every hour 100 leads. What's the story you need to be in? Right? What's the state that's going to get you there? Who must I be? Is this? And then simply, what must I let go? What must die right now? What must go bye-bye? What must I let go of? The story I must let go of right now. Right? That's getting in the way. That if I operate in this story, I'm fucked. I'm not going to create that outcome. Okay? So you're saying I'm letting go of the story of I have another day to get it done. Right? And then you're committing your actions of what you need to do to have it happen. This is the operating system. Be, do, have. Right? You're going to have this in a day. Here's what I need to be. What do I need to do? Do is the mechanism. Right? Step 1, I need to go on my calendar and I need to mark a half an hour to confirm 15 appointments. Check, done. Step 2 is I need to carve out 15 minutes at the end of the day to do X, Y, Z. So these are specific things to do that will create that outcome. Okay? What do I need to have? Who do I need to be? What do I need to let go of? So what do I need to do? Check to create that outcome. Right? So if this is very specific, but if it's 5 closed deals out of 7 calls, 1, you better put in the doing to make sure that they're confirmed. 2, you better make sure there's certain things you need to do to create that. I'm going to show up intentional with them. I'm going to do X, Y, Z. Okay. This is best used for the things that you're not fucking doing that will move the needle in the business or revenue or sales that you're not doing. That if you did these things, boom, probably land another 5, 10K this month. Easy. How many of you know you're not doing some shit that will land you another 10K this month in some capacity, in some fucking capacity? You know what I'm talking about? Okay. This tool is your weapon. So I'm going to pause for a second. I don't have the visual because my computer's all fucked up with the pink shit again, but I can't show it to you. All right. But right now, what are you hearing from this tool? What are you hearing from this weapon? Every day, what are you committed to creating? Voicing up 2 minutes or less, right? Boom. And you're just hanging up and you're going after it. What are you hearing for yourself right now? Take it off. Let's go.
I'm hearing for myself. I've been doing this to a degree, and what's coming up is I realized that there's been a little bit of shadow. There's been that shadow of, well, I can only do this once a week. I can only make this declaration once a week because I'll use up all my good luck or something. You know what I mean? And because it works, whenever I fucking do it, whenever I really step into that declaration and proclaim who I need to be and the outcome, it works. But then the next day I'm like, oh, I was so lucky it worked. Then that shadow of hope comes in.
Yeah.
And thinking that, oh, maybe I need to build up my, I don't know, luck store again to make it work. But it's an interesting shadow that I'm just becoming aware of as you're saying this.
Yeah. That too. It's called the saboteur.
Yeah.
They want to make sure that we never reach our goals and our mission. We all know that shadow, all of us here. We'll do everything to allow the saboteur to fuck up our results. It's like, wait a second. Let me just use this tool. Let me do it every day. It's okay. And then the saboteurs, no, I'm going to make sure you come up with reasons and excuses. I'm going to make sure that you blame others and you say it's not going to work and it's stupid and it's a bad idea. I'm going to brainwash you. This is a stupid idea. This is a waste of time. I'm going to brainwash you. This is pathetic. Why am I in a program and they tell me to declare this shit every day? Like, I'm going to brainwash you to think that shit. That's its job. Yes. Bring it on. Saboteur, thank you. You don't want me to rise. I'm doing a tool. You have to recommit to doing the tool again, right? So I want you all to get in a momentum of declaring, because declaration is momentum, and momentum is money, and momentum feels good. So for the next 7 days minimum, you will wake up, you get your rhythm in, part of your morning formula, whatever it is. You're going to go on the WhatsApp and you're going to go in there. You're gonna, for 2 minutes or less. The framework is inside of the external vault. You're just going to declare what your commitment is, what you're going to let go of, what you're going to do, who you need to be. Okay? And watch the momentum rise. It's like living with intention. I'm committed to 5 closes a day. It may just be I'm committed to setting up 5 interviews a day. I'm committed to dialing 25 prospects a day. I'm committed to 5 referrals a day. Finding 5 referrals. Holy shit, that's scary. I'm committed to 5 new conversations with X people. Okay. So I will drop later the link to it so you all can see the framework. Anyone have any questions about this week's mission on that? On living with intention to get what we want? No questions. Okay, everyone all in, yes? For 7 days at least. Do it every day, forever. But at least 7 days. Okay? You'll become it. You're going to become it.
I just dropped the link, coach.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, we're going to come. Any questions before we take a break?
One comment.
Yeah, comment. Go for it.
I've done the daily declaration over the last few years at different times. And what I'm noticing in how that hasn't been successful for me is I haven't connected it first to a North Star, to my why. What do I want? I've skipped over the what do I want, and I've just been doing daily declarations. And my accountability to myself wasn't clear because I hadn't set my intention first.
Yeah. Thank you for that. It's about setting your intention first. What do you want? What are you committed to creating? And basically what we're doing is to progress forward, we're removing what the wall and barrier in the way, the barrier to get there, by saying we're no longer going to participate in this energy, and we're going to do this and be in this energy to get there. And then throughout the day, the inner shift tool is the tool to course correct you to make sure you're aligned with what?
Your declaration.
You see how that works?
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you guys, if I don't teach anything else in sales, this is high performance at its fucking ultra finest. And today, this is my outcome. And now I'm identity shifting myself to create that outcome, because I'm going to drift in hour number 2. Come back. 2.0. I'm back. Okay, cool. Through focus, what I want, right? That's the game of high performance. Now, the weekly course corrections, the King's debrief, 12 o'clock on Mondays is the pattern interrupt to be like, where the fuck am I at right now in the last 7 days? What happened? Am I off track or on track to my outcomes I want this month? Oh, I'm off track. Okay. Thank God I paused and did this 20 minutes of filling out this debrief, to pause, stop, and actually look at what's not working. What are the shadows lurking right now? And then realign with what I want in the next 7 days that aligns to the monthly. Okay. If we wait till the end of the month to course correct, all of a sudden we're like, we never reached our outcome. Makes sense. We never actually looked at in the last 7 days. This is the entrepreneur mindset.